Hello people, it's your boy Usman back again with another video. You might have seen my last video. Griezmann's coming to Manchester United all bloody ways. What a ridiculous rollercoaster it's been since I've uploaded that video. So in case you haven't seen it, in that video I was basically saying Griezmann's coming to Manchester United. I even gave it a 9.9 out of 10 and how stupid I look exactly right now. Because since that's happened, Atletico Madrid got a transfer ban which basically killed off any possible deal of Griezmann because he was no way he was going to leave Atletico Madrid in that kind of state. You know, they weren't capable of getting Lacazette until January. So basically what that meant was they're not able to buy players, but they can still sell players. So there was a bit of a glimmer that we could still get Griezmann, but he showed his loyalty to Atletico Madrid. A lot of United fans were very peed off about this because they were calling him a snake, saying why has he got loyalty to cheese. I completely understand where they're coming from. I kind of respected Griezmann for his decision because it was similar to what Ronaldo did when Real Madrid tried to buy Ronaldo. Fergie said to him, listen, give us one more year and we'll let you go with our blessings next year. However, yeah, I was out here giving him a lot of praise, thinking, you know what, Griezmann, I respect you. But why the flip has he just got to sign a new contract with them? That's kind of pissed me off, I ain't gonna lie. So, you know, what I will say is, forget the respects, forget all that BS. We don't need you, Griezmann, okay? You're a fantastic player, I'm not gonna take that away from you. But you know what, you can do one, mate. No one's bigger than Manchester United. And I'm here to tell you who we're gonna go and replace him with. There's 4 people that I've selected, you know. Yes, I understand they're flipping echelon players, upper echelon. They're very, you know, they're lucrative players. They might not come to United, but who cares? Let's talk about him. By all means, if you agree with what I'm saying, you know, leave it in the bloody comments. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'm gonna make these videos regularly. Man, it's that. Let's get into it. First things first, that man, Gareth Bale. Okay, so there's a lot of rumours in the bloody pipeline saying if Gareth Bale doesn't start tomorrow for Real Madrid against Juventus in Champions League, his agent's not happy. He's gonna get Bale and move out. And who else to come to? The Manchester United, live out his flipping dream, play for the team that Ryan Giggs, his hero, played for. And obviously Giggs absolutely loves him. We're trying to get him before he went to Real Madrid. But listen, I don't know what I feel about this. First things first, Bale. Come on, it's Gareth bloody Bale. He's an absolute phenomenal footballer. There's not make any mistakes about that. But the guy's injured every flipping month, isn't he? Let's be honest. Let's not shy away from the reasons he hasn't been playing for Real Madrid. The likelihood of this happening isn't very big. You know, let's be honest. He's going to stay at Real Madrid, truthfully. But there's a small chance that it could happen. You know, at the end of the day, if he's not happy or he feels like he's not getting enough sort of praise or just gratitude from the Real Madrid fans, which isn't hard because they don't even flipping appreciate Ronaldo as it is, he might think about a move back to flipping England, while the flipping team to go to the Manchester United. The other player I was thinking about is that man Neymar. Woodward seems to flipping love Neymar, right? He would do anything for Neymar. I don't understand what the buzz about. No, I do understand what the buzz about Neymar is, but the price quote for Neymar is absolutely ridiculous. I'm thinking it's going to be something like 150 million, which is just an absolute joke if that's the case. You know, firstly, Neymar's obviously a fantastic player. You know, he's obviously better than what we've got. Let's not shy away from that. He's a sublime signing. We do need a Galactico signing. I know I said with the Perisic situation that it's not all about Galactico signings, but I believe, you know, as a club, just make a statement. You need at least one Galactico signing to show other teams that you mean business in the summer transfer market. And obviously any of the players that I mentioned now will definitely do that for United. Woodward seems to love a player that he can market, and Neymar, come on, you can't market someone better than Neymar. He would be absolutely fantastic for Man United. My only concern about Neymar, well, firstly, obviously, if he'd come or not, but the other concern is how would he actually deal in the Premier League? Like, I don't understand, well, I don't really know how he'll be able to cope with the sort of physicality aspect of it. Yes, there's other players such as Hazard, Sanchez, who've been able to, you know, adapt, so to speak. He kind of reminds me of the Dimri situation. I can imagine him just getting pushed aside and just being a little girl, and obviously when things don't go his way, he could just obviously throw his toys at the pram, but you never know. Again, Neymar, another sort of person we could easily replace Griezmann with. Another player I was thinking was Dybala. This guy is the main one for me personally. I proper buzz of Dybala. I think he's a fantastic player. Obviously, he's playing in the Champions League final, so for those of you that probably don't know who he is, I don't know where you'd be hiding, but if you don't know who he is or you haven't seen him play, it's an opportunity for you to obviously have a look at what he's capable of doing. The guy is fantastic. He's probably the closest to all of the players I'm going to mention to Griezmann in the sense of the way he plays. He's obviously left-footed as well. He's just fantastic. His absolute pace and dribbling ability is just second to none. People are comparing him to Messi, so, you know, that is in itself a flipping compliment. If I can't really top that kind of, let's be honest. No, but Dybala for me is definitely the standout player that I would personally go for if I was to take any of these players. The only problem is when we signed Pogba, the guy was absolutely salty, like salt flipping bait. Man was proper bitter that we signed Pogba. He was giving us a lot of hate on social media, saying why would he go to a club like Man United when they're not even in the Champions League. You know, a lot of the comments he was giving to Man United, I personally didn't like it. I don't know if he meant it or if he was just being salty, like I said, or bitter, but we'll have to see if there's any sort of truth in the Dybala situations. A lot of people are saying that we should go for Dybala. I don't really know what the likelihood of any of these players are, but like I said, leave it in the comments what you think. And the last person, but not least, that man, Alexis Sanchez. I know I said in my last video he's going to go to Bayern Munich most likely. Vidal's already come out and said that he wants Sanchez at Bayern Munich with him. If I was Sanchez, I'd definitely leave Arsenal this summer. It's a flipping no-brainer. They're not in the Champions League. They're not going to win any trophies. They're just a joke of a club. He's way better than that club. He deserves better. You know, he's won the bloody Copa America for his country on his ones, basically. You know, he's a flipping outstanding player. There's no denying that. We know what he's capable of. He's flipping been tearing the Premier League, a flipping new one since he's come. He's been absolutely sublime for Arsenal. God knows where they'd be without him. The likelihood of Sanchez, if I'm being honest, he's only got 1 year left on his contract, so I personally think he's leaving. Most likely he's going to Bayern Munich, but why not? Why not just put a bloody bid in? Just flip in, ruffle a couple of feathers. Either way, let's get him out of Arsenal, just to, you know, piss off the Arsenal fans, and also just, you know, decrease their sort of club in general. Because without Sanchez, let's be honest, they're an absolute joke. You know, they're the 4 players I'm pointing out to you lot. You know, in the comments, by all means, let me know which one you think is most likely to happen and which you would like to happen. You know, for me personally, if I was to choose any of them 4, I know I said Dybala is the closest, but I'm going to have to go for Bale. You know, Bale is just an outstanding player. He's got Premier League pedigree. He's just a sublime player. He's got pace to flip him burn as well. I just love Bale so much. Obviously, Sanchez, again, Premier League pedigree. If I was to number it, I'd go for Bale number 1. Number 2, I would go for Alexis Sanchez. Number 2, I'd go for Dybala, sorry. Number 3, I'd go for Sanchez. And number 4, I'd go for Neymar. People probably think I'm bloody crazy putting Neymar number 4. But I just don't think Neymar will come. I don't think the likelihood of it happening is realistic. And also, I can't see him flipping fitting in at United. He just seems like a prima donna in my eyes. But I might be completely wrong. Obviously, for Brazil, he's fantastic. But, like I said, leave your sort of opinions in the comment section. Moving on, let's talk about the striker situation. You know, it's been coming out recently. Demartio said Man United wanting a number 9. You know, I've already mentioned that man Belletti. For me, it's a no-brainer. Go for Belletti. There's a couple other people banding about. We've got Morata, Lukaku and Lacazette. For me, it has to be Belletti. It's a no-brainer, like I said. Lacazette is the second option for me. He's quick, he's strong, he's got a good finish on him. However, I don't know what I feel about Lacazette. A lot of people are branding him, you know, just a cheap default. I don't really know what I feel about Lacazette. Obviously, he was going to go to Atletico Madrid, which would have paved way for us to get Griezmann. I don't know how I feel about Lacazette. By all means, I've seen him play. I don't think he's as clinical as people say. Yeah, people are saying, oh, he's the most clinical thing that we've got. I just think Belletti's better than him. He's a more all-rounded striker. The other two, Lukaku, he's been tearing the Premier League apart. Let's not make no mistake about it. And Morata, he's a very traditional striker. A Spanish striker like a Morientes and Loriente. He's very good in the air. Let's just talk about Lukaku first things first. I think Lukaku is very good. Let's not make no mistake about it. I would not be disappointed if we got any of these 4. Of course, they're all good on the day, but I just don't want Lukaku personally because I want someone who's quick, you know, to complement Rashford. I can understand why Lukaku would be good for Rashford, obviously hold the ball and sort of play to Rashford. But I'm hearing this sort of thing with Zlatan being fit and he'll be back, I don't know, October time. You know, what's the point of having Lukaku and Zlatan? They're exactly the same, really. But in my opinion, Zlatan is a flipping perfect striker. You know, like if we use Zlatan, you know, correctly and give him 90 minutes here and there and don't play him week in, week out, he'll be fantastic for us. There's no point getting Lukaku. He's 23. He's gonna be fighting for a position with Rashford. Belletti would be more capable of sharing that position with Rashford, and obviously Martial potentially. Regarding, I don't know, Morata, I'm not a fan of Morata, I'm not gonna lie. I think he's a quality player, but I just can't see him being good in the Premier League. That's just my personal opinion. Again, leave in the comments what you think. If I was to number it again, I want Belletti as my first target, then Lacazette, then Lukaku, and then Morata in number 4. The last things I want to talk about is the defence and the goalkeeper. We'll start with the defence. Just want to talk about a couple of rumours that have been bandied about. First things first, Lindelof. There's been a lot of rumours about Lindelof saying that would potentially be agreed terms with him. From what I'm hearing, Lindelof is very happy at Benfica and he's not wanting to move. So that seems like it's off the cards. The other player that's been massively linked with us is Michael Keane. You know, the guy from Burnley, the centre-back. He was a United player. We let him go. We're looking to sign him back. I don't know what you lot think about this, but I personally do not think he's good enough to be coming back to Manchester United and playing in the Champions League week in, week out for us. Don't get me wrong, he's a decent player. He might be a good squad sort of player. I just don't feel confident. If we were to sign Michael Keane, I won't be over the moon. I'm not going to be like, yes, we've got Michael Keane. I just don't think he's good enough, unfortunately, for us and obviously to represent us in the Champions League. The other two centre-backs, the one that I definitely want is Virgil van Dijk. I honestly think he's so underrated. The guy was absolutely phenomenal for Southampton before he got injured, and I would love to see him. He's dominating the air. He's a solid defender. He hardly ever gets bullied off the ball. You know, he seems like he's good on the ball, and he's a flipping threat from set pieces as well, which is always a bonus considering how shocking we've been all season with set pieces. So I personally would like Van Dijk. And the last one that we linked with is Varane. If you haven't seen it all day today, Manchester United but Varane, first things first, why the hell has it been leaked? Second of all, we're not going to get Varane. Let's be realistic. Come on, there's no way they're going to sell Varane to us, especially if they want De Gea. They're not going to give us flipping Varane. We're not giving him De Gea all day. You know, Varane is a phenomenal player, but I just don't think it's likely to happen. However, the rumours are there, so I'll have to report it nevertheless. But I personally don't think we'll get Varane. If I was to choose, hypothetically speaking, you know, obviously I'd say Varane first, Van Dijk second, third, Lindelof, but he's already flipping said that he's not coming. And then I'd put Keane last because I just don't think he's good enough for Man United. Yes, it would be a nice story for him to come back, but personally, I just don't think he's not good. Just don't think he's good enough to cut at United. And the last person that I wanted to talk about is that man David De Gea. If you haven't heard, a couple of days ago, Real Madrid put in a flipping bid for De Gea, 60 million reportedly. Apparently, David De Gea is happy to stay at United. I don't know how much I believe into this. You know, a lot of players said they're happy to stay, but they always end up leaving. We'll have to just wait and see what the situation is. Man United have reported that they haven't received a bid. I don't know what's going on there. Sky is just absolutely butchering it again, saying that we had received a bid, but who knows what's happening there. I really hope De Gea doesn't leave. However, if he was to bloody leave, go for Gareth Bale in the flipping swap deal, because I would be more than happy to see that happen, because it's very easy to replace a goalkeeper. But let's just keep our best players. If you want to be challenging and be the best team in the world and be the United that we know and love, we need to keep our best players, and De Gea has to stay for me. That's been your transfer roundup from your boy Usman. Keep it locked to United. Usman Talks United, should I say. I'm going to be making these videos as regularly as I possibly can. Obviously, when things happen, I'm going to try to, you know, let you be aware of that kind of thing. So drop a like, subscribe if you're new. It's been your boy Usman. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Come on, United. Come on.